Alright, this time for real. First time streaming, let's see how it works. Alright, OBS is going, so I can draw and keep my footage. Streamlabs is going. Sick. Okay, cool. Hopefully everything's working right. I guess we'll find out. Make it a short one, just to test it. We'll go for like, I don't know, 10 minutes, half hour, 5 hours, who knows. Alright, let's start off just by going over. Oh, no way, there's actually people here. Hi, howdy. This is wild. I'm not a streamer, so give me all the feedback that you can think of. Let me know if the mic quality is miserable. If the like stream quality is really bad. I'm running off of mobile data, so I'm sure it's going to be abysmal. But you know, we'll cope. We'll get through it. There's probably also a big delay. You know, actually, let's test it. Just type like 1. Just like spam the number 1 for a moment, and then we'll see how big the delay is. It's probably like a 10-second delay, but one way to find out. Okay, cool. Yeah, it looks like a 15-ish second delay. Sick. Well, I don't really know what to do or say. I'm not a streamer. I do YouTube videos because it means I get to script them way ahead of time so that I don't have to think of stuff on the fly. But I figured I'd just turn on stream and do one of the next paintings. So yeah, that's the plan. I will probably be quiet for the most part, but if you guys have questions or whatever, feel free to ask. Is there a way I can pop out? Ah, I can pop out chat. Okay, sick. That is way more convenient. Yeah, I kind of thought that streaming would be like as soon as I hit go, that it would be like when you're in Discord, like just in voice chat with friends, and one of your friends is like, my mic isn't working today, but you can talk at me, and it'll be like Tamagotchi time or something. I thought it would be like that, but immediately after hitting go live, the pressure is like so much higher. Oh well, I'll live. You like the blaze again? Thank you. Yeah, I don't draw or paint Pokemon very much, which is funny because I'm doing this series, but I'm really doing it because the map is interesting. Like, I like the level design, but I never really draw or paint Pokemon at all, so yeah. I'll quickly flick through the layers, because this is, I've taken a bit of a break from doing it, but I'm coming back to it now, so... these are the thumbnails I did for this painting. There are a bunch of them. And then I ended up going with this one here. I was going to do this one because I wanted to mix it up more. A lot of the paintings that I've done so far have been like well, kind of more like this one, where it's a more like one-to-one recreation of whatever the map looks like, just at like a slightly tilted angle or something, right? But I wanted to do more that, I don't know, that push it more, so it's like a character looking out over the scene, so it's a little more character focused. So I went with that thumbnail, blew it up to size, sketch over it, a bit of color underneath it, first layer of overpainting, which was a lot. Normally I break it up more into different layers so I can hold on to the process, but I have the time lapse, so it doesn't really matter. And then second overpaint layer where I added like basically nothing. Yeah, just like tiny little bits. And then the characters on top of that. Yeah, I love Gen 3. Gen 3 is so much fun. I like Gen 3 through to Gen 5. Maybe Gen 6, counting just X and Y. That's my favorite. That's like peak Pokemon for me. I also really like some of the Switch games, like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which is kind of a controversial opinion, I guess, because those games are they feel more like spin-offs than main series games, even though like officially they insist that they're mainline games. But I don't know, they looked really nice, and most of the Switch games do not look very good. Even though they run kind of crappy, like they're super laggy, they still look good. Whereas like Sword and Shield and the newer games, they run bad and they kind of look gross. So, worst of both worlds. Anyway, let's start painting. I might do... I can either do the cable car or the jagged pass, because I think it'd be fun to have one where it's like looking down from inside the cable car. But jagged pass is probably an easier one to do on stream. So let me find a reference for it. Where are you guys from, by the way? Like, where in the world are you that you are tuning in at this time? Because for me, it's not that late. It's 11 PM. But I think most of my audience is from the US. So I would have expected, like, maybe one person to tune in at most. So I'm surprised to see that there's 3 people here. Because in the US, it's like 3 AM now, right? Alright, let me get my reference together. US, Georgia, the country, 7 AM, okay. There's a country named Georgia? Oh, damn, there's 2. Where in the world is Georgia? Oh, okay. It's like south-ish of Ukraine. Cool. I need to spend more time just looking at the world map. I've got no idea where anything is. I just grew up online where there are no borders, haha. Clip Studio I've used for a while. Like kind of since I got into digital art, I briefly used it. I briefly used like Paint Tool Sci, but yeah, mostly I've been using Clip Studio. So I think 2018 is when I got it. So yeah, however many years it's been since 2018. Okay, here we go. What do I want to do for this one? See, Jagged Pass is one where the actual level, like the actual map probably won't look all that interesting just to paint it 1-to-1 anyway. So I kind of do want to mess with it more, because like it's just going to be... Actually, you know what? Since I'm live, I should probably throw the reference into Clip Studio so we can have it off on the side. Keep an eye on it there. Oh, true. Yeah, I haven't animated with Adobe stuff in a long time. I used Flash when it was like CS4, I think, back in like early high school. But I don't think I've ever really tried Adobe Animate. Do they? Surely they've evolved by now, but do they? I remember the like thickness of your brush used to be tied to the zoom level. So if you wanted to get a thinner brush, you had to zoom in further. If you want a fatter brush, you had to zoom way out. It doesn't still work like that, right? The tools are a little more sophisticated. Because that was like infuriatingly archaic even back when I was using it. And this was like, this was ages ago. Recent change? Oh my god, only recent? How is it possible that Adobe had a chokehold on the industry for so long when they were making programs that were so crap? Like, a lot of good stuff came out of Flash, but it wasn't because it was a... I mean, okay, in the early days of Flash it was good, but by the time like 2014 rolled around, it was like pretty terrible. The people that were making good stuff with it were fighting against the tool, that's for sure. I haven't done a Kara one in a while. Maybe I'll make him the focus in this one. How long have you been into animation for? Only a couple months. Yeah, sick. Yeah, animation's so much fun. I think I go back and forth a bit on it. Like, I really like the idea of animating, but then I sit down to do it, and it's always a way bigger project, like a lot more effort than I thought it was going to be before I started. And so by the time I'm working on it, it's always a bit like, oh, I can't stop now, but man, I'm so over this. But then as soon as it's done, I'm really happy with how it came out, because it always looks so cool, and being able to just like hit play as you're working on it and see all the pieces come together is super rewarding. So then whenever I get to the end of an animation project, I'm always thinking about the next one that I want to do, even though I suffered so much along the way. Ah, hey Slasko! Best of luck with the drawing. Thank you. Yeah, I like the Gen 3 music, and I figured it's fitting, seeing as I'm doing the Hoenn map stuff. I should come join voice chat in your server sometime. I don't know if you guys do voice chat very often, but it'd be fun to chat with the people in there. I lurk a little bit every now and then, but I've never come into chat properly. That could be fun. Something like that. Way simpler too, so it wouldn't take 5 hours. Alright, I'll come back to that one. Should double check OBS is recording too. It would be very annoying if I lost the footage. Okay, good. We are safe. Your videos where you doodle and use a voiceover. Thank you. Yeah, they're I don't know, they're kind of awkward to put together for me because I'm not great at just talking, like unprompted. I'm good at if I'm talking to people to like ask questions and keep conversation moving, but when I have to sit down and talk about myself, I kind of just have nothing to say and my mind goes blank pretty quickly. So those videos are challenging because it's like, I always write a script for them. Actually, there's one or two where I tried to just make stuff up as I went, but that was so much harder than writing a script. And even with the scripts, excuse me, even with the ones that I'm scripting, it's usually like an hour, hour and a half, sometimes more, of sitting down writing the script before I'm, what's this area? Jagged Pass. Save. Yeah, it takes me forever to write the scripts. And then like another hour or so to actually record the voiceover. Like every step of making videos takes so much more time than I think I realized it was going to take when I first started making videos. It's all way more time consuming. 'Cause like editing footage, rendering it so that it's usable in the program, because a lot of that time-lapse footage I recorded at 4K so that I can zoom it in and like pan the camera around and stuff, but to like I can't use that footage raw in DaVinci because it's so slow to edit with, it takes forever, so I have to re-render it at 4K in a like a an easier for it to read file type, I guess. Which takes hours, because if I'm squashing down like each of those videos is something like 4-5 hours of drawing time, roughly. So squashing that down and rendering it, the rendering takes something like, yeah, about 5 hours as well. It's worth it though, it's fun. Fun being able to play it back, watch the time lapse go by. So jagged pass comes out there, 4 levels to the side. What if we do one with full lava slightly visible? So we'd have to do like okay, so fallout would have to be like down there. So something more like that. Oh, probably more over there, I guess. True, editing audio takes me so long when yeah, doing it takes so long. The thing is too that normally, like, if I can just record it all in one take, then it goes by so much faster, so I'm usually actually better off just like deleting it and then starting over from scratch when I start needing to do multiple takes. Because normally if I'm doing it well, like if it's flowing correctly, then it all just goes fine. I don't have to do any edits afterwards anyway. So normally I kind of just need to pause and go take a break and then come back to it. But usually when I'm recording audio, it's like, all right, I'm finally at the end of it. Let's get it out of the way so I can move on to editing and whatever else I need to do. So I'm kind of trying to rush through it a little bit, which then makes me go even slower overall. Let's let it look at in full Arbor Town. We have there's the spa there. The Pokemon Center's right next to it. So do you draw or paint at all, or did you get into animation and that was like your first step into art? I think when I started getting into art more seriously, animation was the thing that got me started. I was really into animation. I thought I was going to be an animator. But the more time I put into it, the more I was like, oh, animation is like, it's a lot of work. And like, you have to spend a lot of time on one project for it to be like brought to life, I guess. And the more time I spend drawing and painting, the more I was like, oh, I can kind of achieve the same thing that I like about animation, but faster. I can spend a couple hours or a couple minutes to bring an idea to life, rather than spending days or weeks to slowly chip away at a bigger project. Oh yeah, sick. Do you post your art online anywhere at all, outside of the animations you make? On Instagram easier. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I have my Instagram that I feel like I should keep posting to, because when I meet new people, Instagram is like, everyone's on Instagram, so usually it's the thing that is the go-to, like, because no one really gives people their phone numbers anymore, right? No one, at least no one in the circles that I'm in, really communicates through phone call or text message. So I was like, oh, what do you use? Do you use Instagram? Cool, we'll chat on that. But since Instagram is an image platform, and all of the art that I have on there is years old for the most part, I feel like I need to go and update it so that whenever people, whenever people message me on there or whatever, or when I give someone my Instagram, that they aren't just seeing art from like 2020 that's severely outdated. Alright, let's try another one. I could try pushing this one way more, I guess. completely figured out the actual map. What Pokemon do you find on Jagged Pass? Let's see, who else can I cross off from the decks? Oh, Spoink, that's right. Okay. Oops. What sparked this idea for you? Have you painted other regions? No, so the reason I started with the Hoenn map series was because first of all, I really liked Pokemon. And second of all, I was like not good at environment design stuff and really not good at painting, but I wanted to learn how to get good at it. And I was kind of sick of like forever pushing projects off until I was one day like down the line better at doing it. Because I used to do that a lot. I'd always be like, I want to, like I have a thing that I want to do, an image in my mind of whatever art project or whatever it is, right? But never felt like I was good enough to actually get started on it. And so I was kind of stuck in this, it's like this headspace where I was just always practicing for whatever the next thing was, but then the next thing was only ever going to be practice, right? So I never actually sat down and did the big things that I dreamed of doing. And so, when did I start it? Like June, July-ish of last year. That's when I was like, okay, like, this is annoying, right? If, like, when I go back and look at the stuff from when I first got into art, it was the same thing. And this was years ago. This was like 2018 that I first got into art. And if I felt the same way back then, and I feel the same way now, even though I'm so much better at it, clearly, then the problem's obviously not going to go away unless I sit down and actually start working on this stuff, right? So that was kind of the reason I started. I was like, I want to learn environment design, but I'm not just going to sit around doing more studies, because studies... I don't think are a very effective way to learn. I think it's better to like work around projects to pick the things that you want to get better at, and then figure out a way to have fun doing the thing while also learning. And I think that study, it implies like a more rigid way of like sitting down and grinding rather than just like fiddling around and having fun, exploring an idea. Oh, hey, Jerry the Insatiable. Oh, I saw you left a comment on the new video, but I haven't read it yet. Big Herm. I guess from here actually you get kind of a sick view of like all of the rest of the region, right? Like what would you see from here? You'd probably be able to see Slateport, right? Let me look at the Omega Ruby map. Yeah, you'd probably be able to see like Slateport and Little Root Town from here. I wonder if I could have them in at all. Because Little Root Town would be further around the back there, like right on the edge. Perspective's really off there though. But if I'm being accurate, I don't know if I can actually I don't know if I'm actually able to include them at all. So I might have to scuff it a bit. That's fine, whatever. It doesn't have to be all that accurate. As long as it's fun, that's more important. Whoa. Why is the VLC freaking out? I don't know what to do with this one. Alright, take a stab at another thumbnail, and then tomorrow I will pick from the collection and see which one I like most. Might even do more, honestly. Oh, hey, James. What are you up to this late at night? Shouldn't you be going to bed? Just checked, since it's the first time a mountain is part of the main route, so it's gonna be fun. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I was thinking I'd probably do more like heavy purple, because this is a lot of brown. But it might be fun to go with like a lot of purple for this one, because it's coming right off of the volcano, and like brown's a fine color, but like let's, so like, okay, that compared to like that, I feel like the purple's gonna be more fun, more interesting. Actually, I can do both. Why not? Brown and purple. It's a nice, gross color scheme. We'll make that work. Stretching. Crazy. You're so fit. You're so health conscious. Yeah, I was saying before, James, I didn't realize how awkward it was going to be to hit go live versus just like recording for a regular video. Because recording for a regular video, I pull up Audacity and I can stop and start it whenever I want, right? And I write a script and everything beforehand. As soon as I hit go live for stream, it's like, oh my god, immediately, even though there's 0 viewers, and then it slowly goes up to 1, then 2, then 3. Immediately there's so much more pressure. Like, okay, time to be entertaining, time to talk eloquently and communicate well. Yeah. Fun. Me. Also, respond to me on Messenger. Oh, hang on, what did I send you? Actually, did I don't even remember if I sent you this, actually. Let me know if you want to go out on Friday, because I'm going to go to the city, I think. But I can meet up with you after you finish work if you want to go to Parramatta or something. No pressure, though. You do you. Shut up, you're so annoying. Yeah, I totally don't know you in the real world. Doing great at the whole being entertaining thing. The long stretches of silence. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just incredibly insecure, so you know. Ten times the dialogue, excuse me. It might be 10 times the legibility. I don't know if it's 10 times the dialogue. That boy talks a lot, but is he really saying anything? I guess technically we're co-workers, huh? So I should keep my mouth shut. For future reference, so I don't get cancelled, I love XQC. I watch XQC clips whenever I go to sleep, they're so much fun. When's the ROM hack coming out? I would love to make a game that is just a bunch of art assets that I've made. I've actually thought about like I wanted to do a series where I take the Kanto region, for example, right? And basically the same thing as this, except that I'd make an isometric tile set instead of the regular tile set, so that I could go through doing each of the tiles one at a time, and then for the videos, take those speed painted, and then just slot all of the tiles together for each of the towns. And then just with those assets, because I would have already made them, right, I'd then be able to chuck it into Unity and make like a really scuffy little world that you can run around in, without any of the actual gameplay mechanics for like catching Pokemon or anything like that, because that would be a lot more time consuming, and I don't really care for making games, I just like making the art. But I thought that would be fun, because then it's like, it's the actual world that you can set up and run around in. So it's art plus, it's the art plus all the extra fun stuff that you'd get out of it, and that'd be so cool. Yeah, I love game design as like a lens for art projects. It's a lot of fun, because then I can just sit there daydreaming about like whatever the video game would look like that I'm designing. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun, but I don't want to have to actually make the game, is the problem. Maybe when I'm rich, I'll just pay someone to make the games that I design. They can do all the hard stuff. They can learn how to program, and they can figure out how to make all the conflicting ideas slot together properly. I have a vague idea of what Carrot's team's gonna be, but honestly, like, the story's been pretty loose with the series so far, so I don't really know. Like, I might even go with the twist that, like, Carrot doesn't even challenge the Elite Four, and instead just, like, waltzes in, and then maybe there's other characters doing the battle in the background. I'm not really sure yet. I do want to work more story into each of them as I go, but we'll see. I think at the moment the only one that I'm pretty confident in is I really wanted to have an Armaldo, because I love the gimmick of small character with a huge creature for a pet. So I think that'd look cool. Like, my favorite Pokemon is Golisopod, because it's one of those massive bug creatures. Like, how cool would it be to have, like, if we have Carrot here, right? Tiny little boy with his bug net. And he's got this massive bug creature lunking around behind him. And if anyone looks at him funny, then he just comes and stomps on him. Cradily is cool. I do like Cradily. Bug types are criminally underrated. I love that Beedrill got the Mega Evolution in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and I was devastated when they didn't bring Mega Evolution back, because Beedrill's one was so cool. Definitely one of my favorite megas, if not my number one. No thoughts, head empty. Yeah, that's Carrot in a nutshell. I don't even remember who Carrot has on his team at the moment. What Pokemon have I drawn him with? I drew him catching a Corphish in the 103, 104 painting. I think he has a Ralts. Can't even remember. His starter was Trico. Oh, it evolved into Grovyle, so maybe he should have a Sceptile by now? Yeah, I don't know. I can't make a decision while I'm streaming. Too much commitment, too much brain power. I'll take another look at these tomorrow. Alright, cool. Before I wrap up, do you guys have any, like, quick doodle requests? That'd be a bit of fun. Give me, like, your favorite Pokemon or something like that, and I'll give it a crappy doodle real quick. Every area in the series. Okay, all at once. Every single one of them all at once. Actually, let's close OBS. Since I'm done with that for now. Uh-oh, where'd Pure Ref go? Oops. Got the wrong music playing now, though. Listening to Ruby and Sapphire while we're painting Sinnoh? This doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna cheat and warp it instead of redrawing it. I should probably actually do a zoomed out view like this for the Hoenn map at some point. No way, Jojo. It's too late. I'm already well on the path here. It's way too late. Weasel. Okay, I can do a Weasel. This Sinnoh one's gonna take forever, so I can do a Weasel. Alright, keep your expectations low, because I very rarely, meaning never, draw Pokemon. So this will be interesting. Let's see, what does a Weasel look like? Weasel has whiskers, right? Surely. whatever this one does. Oh, he actually went to check. So who is on Carrot's team? I do not remember at all. Oh, I just realized I had the chat scrolled up. So I've been like 4 messages behind for who knows how long. Pro streamer right here. Bringing my A game. All the Pokemon we see Carrot commanding are a Trico that evolved into a Grovyle in Part 4, a Ralts into a Curlier. Oh, Breloom, that's right. Yeah. Cool. Forgot about Breloom. I did my time working for the man. Never again. Oh yeah, Baltoy too, I forgot about that. I never really thought of the Ludicolo as being his. It was kind of just like... I don't know, I think I kind of just imagined the Ludicolo as being the store vendor and Carrot just popped in for like for a day shift or whatever. Just for a bit of fun. But honestly, I didn't think that much about it. It was just the vibe. Oh, that's right, the egg from the Pokemon breeder. Yeah, I was gonna have the egg, so my original plan was that by the time we got to Fall Arbor Town, since there's the spa there, right? I was gonna have Carrot like in the spa and the egg would hatch, and I was gonna do like a little comic strip or something. I don't know if I'm still gonna do that idea, because, you know, I come up with ideas and then I come up with a new one, and then whatever the first idea was, I'm completely lost interest in. But that one still seems kind of fun, so I might still do that. I don't know what Pokemon to give him though. I'll have to go read through the comments on that video again, see what people suggested. I probably use Surf. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think that much about it. I have a little Pokedex thing that I'm going through, keeping track of all the Pokemon that I've put in, and I cross them off one at a time. I haven't crossed off Wailmer yet, so Wailmer is yeah, yet to be in the series. So Carrot wasn't using a Wailmer at the time. That much I do know, but it could have been any Pokemon really. Your guess is as good as mine. Any interest besides drawing and Pokemon? What else do I do? I don't know. James, what else am I into? Answer the question for me. I like music. I like piano and playing bass, but I don't do either of those very often. Even though I like doing it a lot, I just do not sit down to do them as much as I want to. I guess just whenever I go to do creative stuff, it's usually sitting down to make art, but I do need to make more time for both of those because they're a lot of fun. Oh hey, Oxygen! Our resident famous YouTuber. Welcome to the chat. Five concurrent viewers? Oh my god, what is this? Guys, come now. That's way too many people. All these big numbers are gonna go to my head. I'm gonna die of ego overload. If you haven't drawn Floatzel, can you make him floating on the water? I could add a Floatzel. I could put a Floatzel in one of the next paintings. We won't be by water for a little while because we're like right now we're up in the mountains, as far from the water as you can get. But I could definitely add a Floatzel because like there's so many water routes in Hoenn that yeah, like I'll have to get creative with them and find a way to make them more interesting than just here is a canvas full of blue. So working in more Sinnoh Pokemon, maybe I can have the SS Tidal again with a bunch of trainers on it, like going through the different water routes on the way to the Battle Frontier or something. Just wait till we get into the double digits. Yeah, then I'll become insufferable. Hey, do not sell yourself short, Oxygen. You are the keeper of the checkpoint, the one and only. You uploaded that to your channel. You kept the legacy going. You own that. Yeah, Weasel is Gen 4. This was, who requested it? Was it Jelly Roll? Was that you? I think it was you. Because I was going to wrap up stream, so I figured I'd just do some quick doodles, but that was like 10-15 minutes ago now, so I guess I'm not wrapping up yet. I'm telling you, the numbers got to my head. I saw the number get bigger and then it's like, well, I just have to keep going now. Now I'm on the grind, I can't go to sleep. Yeah, honestly, seeing the number go up live is, it's something else. I'm only half joking. Oh no, the number went down by 1. Now I'm crushed. Well, it is adorable. I wish I was as good. You can probably get there with a couple days on. Thank you. But no, yeah, actually, learning to draw is, like, it's time consuming, but I think that probably it won't take most people as long as it's taken me. Like, can I do this really quick without it being a hassle? Okay, very briefly, I'm gonna do like the #1 rule that you're supposed to never ever break when you stream, and that is I'm going to swap over to show my monitor instead of just the window that I'm working in. Okay, I think that's worked. So real quick, this is my first sketchbook. I think I have a video of this on my channel already, but like, these are the earliest drawings that I have. I didn't get into drawing until I was like 19. This sketchbook might be from a bit before then, but like, this is where I started. These drawings are, these are something else. And whenever I look at other people's old sketchbook tours and stuff like that, I love looking at people's progress. It's really cool, super inspiring to see how people go from wherever they were to where they are now. But whenever I look at other people's videos, it could just be that the stuff you see is like only a small slice of the work that they did, or, you know, whatever the reason is, right? But it seems like other people progress a hell of a lot faster than I was. Which like really bums me out at the time, but now when I look back on it, it's like, okay, this is actually kind of cool, because there's no way anyone progresses slower than I do with learning to draw. So I can always pull up my oldest sketchbooks and show people like, this is where I started, this is the crappy stuff that I used to make. And that I kind of got worse as time went on before I got better. So like, here's my 10th sketchbook, which is sometime in 2018. There's gonna be figure practice stuff in here, so some of it not safe for work, I guess. But like, anyway, my point being that it's just a skill, it just takes time to develop, and that it probably won't take you as long as it took me. So if you're interested in drawing, then you can totally learn to do it too. Anyway, back to the Bleasel. Oh man, Clip Studio is chugging. It's starting to lag. How is that even possible? Oh, you know what? I need to swap back to Clip Studio view. There we go. Favorite character? Ooh, that's tough. I don't know about favorite character, but I really like when Steven and Amethyst fuse for the first time. What's the character's name again? It's completely slipped my mind because I'm trying to focus on stream and also painting. Smoky Quartz, that's it. Yeah. The scene where they fuse for the first time, oh my god, that I think is the coolest moment in the whole show, because at least for me, it caught me completely off guard. And like the impact from like the despair that they're feeling moments before to then suddenly like being super in control and powerful, and the music change from like really depressing to then like the upbeat chiptune song. It's like, yeah, it's so cool. I love that scene. Definitely one of the most hype scenes in the whole show for me. Probably not my favorite character in the show, but I really, really like that scene. Yeah, the yo-yo too. The yo-yo is sick. I love Bob, I mean that. Yeah, Lapis is great too. That scene where, like in season 1, when Steven pulls Lapis out of the mirror, that's so cool. That show had so many really good... Steven Universe is weird, right? Because it had some really incredible character-driven moments. Like, the animation throughout the whole show was pretty terrible. It's like very limited even when it's good, except for that one bit that James Baxter did, which is actually good. But for the most part, the animation in the show is terrible. But it doesn't matter because the storytelling and all of the characters are so well written that it gets you so engaged with it anyway. And hang on, where was I going with that train of thought? I got distracted. Right, yeah, so it has these incredible storytelling moments with like these really strong character-driven moments, like when Steven pulls Lapis out of the mirror and you can feel like the rage that she feels from having been stuck in there for thousands of years. But then it also has really god-awful episodes like the Rocknaldo episode, which is like the best that you can say about it is it's just a filler episode so that you can skip it. But like, ugh. It's so bad. It's really, really terrible. It seems wild to me that a show that has moments that are that strong can also have moments that are that terrible in it. Yeah, honestly, my biggest complaint with Steven Universe is probably just that it's inconsistent. Because if it was consistently bad, then it would be like, okay, well, I don't care. Like, I'm just not gonna watch it. But because it has really, really good moments, that kind of sets the bar for what the show could be. And then because those strong moments are so powerful, when it then has a bad episode, it's extra disappointing to me. Even though the show overall is incredible, when it goes from having like such high heights to then such terrible lows, it like, I don't know, it leaves me extra disappointed. But I'm also extremely critical of the media that I consume, because I don't like to waste time on stuff that I don't enjoy. Because I know that there's a better show out there, right? Like, if I'm watching something and I'm not enjoying it all that much, I know that there's a show out there that I will enjoy from start to finish. So I drop a lot of stuff. Like, I'll watch, like with anime, for example, because there's so much anime out there. If it doesn't make it clear that it's going to be worth watching in the first few minutes, then I drop it, because you can tell pretty quickly if you know what it is that you find interesting in media. You can tell pretty quickly if a show is going to be for you or not. Like, animation quality doesn't go from being terrible episode 1 to then being good in episode 3, 4, 5. Like, that just doesn't happen. A show always shows you what it is, first of all, like right at the beginning. So I drop a lot of stuff. But Steven Universe had so much strong points going for it that even when it was weak, it was like, okay, that's fine. I can tough it out for the next big character moment. And there aren't too many things like that for me that are strong enough that the powerful moments overpower the weaker moments. I feel like I'm being more vocal about, like, I don't know, digging into Steven Universe than I should be. I really like the show. It's just an easy example of, like, this is a show that does some stuff really well and then some stuff really bad. So it's easy to single out. Hell of a Boss and Has Been... I haven't seen Hell of a Boss, but I did see the, I don't know, did it get greenlit for a full season or something? I don't remember what she was doing with that, but I remember watching the pilot for it, and it was a lot of fun. It was, like, kind of edgy Tumblr humor, I guess, so it isn't really my thing, but I love seeing creative projects like that pop up. And succeed, and, like, not just succeed but thrive. Like, at no other point in human history has someone been able to just be like, I have a cool idea for a project that I want to bring to life, and then for them to set up a community that's able to help them put it together like that and crowdfund it like that. That hasn't existed before. That's not a thing that you could do 50 years ago or 100 years ago, certainly not 1,000 years ago. So it's insane that there's so many cool projects like that that pop up now and do really well. Punch Punch Forever, that's another really, really cool one that I like. If you guys haven't seen that, super, super recommended. If you like Dragon Ball, then you'll probably like Punch Punch Forever. It's a very goofy... I think it's only 8 minutes long. It's a single episode, just like a pilot. I don't know if he's gonna make more, but... it's just like this kid entering like a tournament of power thing. So if you haven't seen it, definitely look it up. It's so cool. What did the most damage to the show, IMO, was the fact that diamonds went from tyrants that served as a constant threat to a group of people that just wanted Steven the... Yeah, I agree. I think that when it comes to blue and yellow, I think it's totally fine. But when it came to white, her What were they saying? Yeah, her shift from like big evil to then suddenly like acting like a baby that isn't getting what she wants, like that felt way too forced to me. And I get that the point was kind of that she was like, I don't know, it was supposed to be like, okay, Pink is dead, you kind of have to face the reality now, you've been proven wrong. But then rather than that, like, showing as despair and anguish, she just like threw herself down on the floor like a baby throwing a temper tantrum, and then everything was fine afterwards. Like, I get that there were time constraints, that they had to wrap everything up really quickly because it was the last like 10 minutes of the final episode, but it felt way too forced and like way too rushed. I feel like that could have been done better. But then with stuff like that, I don't know how much of it is like an issue of being tied to the restrictions that a network is going to push on you, that it has to be child friendly, that you have a time limit that you have to stick to. You know, all that sort of stuff. Because I've seen a lot of Rebecca Sugar's independent art and like mini comics that she's written. I feel like that's not the ending that she would have written. Like the big picture story beats, I think she would have written that way. But the details of what happened, I think would have been like better fleshed out if she had full creative control, and if like money wasn't an issue and blah blah blah. But, you know, whatever. It was a good show. I got a lot out of it, so I can't complain too much about it. Okay, I'm really far behind on chat. Okay, sick. The full season's out. I'll have to look it up. Way better than the pilot. Okay, that's big praise. I'm only subscribed to 10 people, but now it's 11. Who was the 11th? Was it like the Punch Punch Forever guy? Is that what you're referring to? Oh, me. Wait, how did you find me if you weren't already subscribed to me? Oh, just on the homepage? That's surprising. Cool. Well, I'll take it. Alright, this song's too empty. There we go. Yeah, I guess I never thought about people being able to like find you through streams, which is weird because I find people through streams somewhat frequently. But whenever I think of YouTube, I think of it as like a long-form video platform. So the thought of someone like opening up their homepage and being recommended a stream and then them clicking on it is surprising to me, I guess. Okay, true, it has been an hour and a half. Damn, big card collector. What cards do you collect? I assume Pokemon cards is probably one of them since you clicked on this. Oh, Pokemon only. Sick. The best one. The best one because it's the one that I like. And things that I like are good and must be correct. Oh, damn. Like one of every Pokemon? Do you collect, like specific sets, or is it more that you're trying to get one of every Pokemon and have them all in a binder? Because there's so many Pokemon cards out now that there's like as many different ways to collect them as there are people collecting them, right? One of every Pokemon, cool. Whenever I listen to one of these songs that I've used in a video now, it completely takes me out of whatever I'm doing and just reminds me of when I was editing it. Because editing takes so long that I hear these songs on repeat, like little bits of them over and over and over. I think the one that just played I used in a short, maybe? I don't think it was a long form video. It's giving me short vibes. So I must have used it in a short. Yeah, Weasel has like, yeah, like fins on its arm or something. I don't know, I'm probably getting bits of his design wrong. I don't have a great memory for stuff like this. Or just generally, I guess. My memory's not great. Which is annoying for drawing, because it means for me to actually know how to draw something, I just have to do it over and over and over again with reference up until it's like really deeply sunk into my brain. Damn! Haven't finished Johto? One to go. Oh yeah, there aren't many Pichu cards? I kind of want to do a playthrough of, I don't know what game, maybe Black and White, but I want to do a playthrough where I go through and complete the national decks again, because I did that when I was about 15, I think, but it was a lot of fun, and I haven't done it since. Like, I've kept up with it whenever a new game comes out, but I've never gone through and done it again from scratch. So that'd be fun to go back and do. Oh, expensive, true. Yeah, card games are expensive. Alright, I actually need to go to bed, so let's wrap up this drawing. What time is it? It is 12:40 AM, so way past my bedtime. What am I doing? $10:20 to 10:43. Is that AM or PM? I'm assuming AM. Yeah, I think earlier you said it was morning for you, so it's gotta be AM. Alright, cool. Well, actually let me do a little more. I was about to say, alright, cool, I can work on this for another hour or I can go to bed, but let me just do a tiny bit more. Yeah, one of the nice things about painting is it's really easy. Once you've like figured out where you're kind of going with it, it's really easy to just zone out and like slowly chip away at it without needing to think much. But you just add little bits of paint to it. I like to just paint and have YouTube videos or podcasts on in the background. Just no thought, head empty. Listening to YouTube, painting away. Catch you later, monkey. Thank you for tuning in. Alright, you know what? Done. Jelly Roll, are you still around? If you have Discord or something, you should drop your tag so I can send this to you. Or you can just screen cap it from screen. From stream, I mean. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, that back eye is mega out of whack. But I do need to go to bed, so maybe I'll just touch it up another time. Alright, just because you've said that, I'm gonna end the stream now so that you can't leave while I have 0 viewers. Okay, good stream. Thank you guys for coming around. I did not expect any turnout for a first stream. I thought I was gonna end this after like half hour. So, cool. I will send it to you on Discord if that tag works. Thank you guys for coming around.